I thought Curry was the best option for Highs if they want to use it because they have two frontline, take Tigreal and Hylos. It can be easily melted by Curry on the late game, but now using Moskov, I think they want to play like for the long lane, so they can secure the long lane.
Does Moskov win in the lane against a 1-1?
Well, in the first game, he didn't. I don't know if that's the case of Eman being better than Heist, but I think it's more of a skill matchup on that note.
Okay, so if we had to choose which draft before we get into the game, we'll start with you, Coleus. Okay, Bigatron.
Bigatron for me.
Bigatron Alpha for Coleus. What about you, Shefin?
The Tigreal on key is just way too much, man. I think I'm taking Bigatron.
All right, two Bigatrons once again, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, momentum is going to be very important for both Bigatron and Alter Ego. If Alter Ego can't take it back, this might be disastrous. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's throw it over to our casters to bring you game number 2.
To Mobile Legends.
Will Bigatron Alpha inch even further to or will they be able to defend that 1-1 for Alter Ego?
Is that a revitalized Phobius I spy on the side of Alter Ego? I mean, throughout the drafting phase, we were so confused. We thought the Gatot Kacha was definitely going to show out earlier, but again, a lot of plans here, a lot of mind games from both teams. That's a revitalized though, with two Purifies, Alter Ego, with all the respect towards Bigatron Alpha.
Yeah, so much respect from the damage coming in, and he needs the sustainability to really win out against the high loss. Now mid trio again, Owen Roundel might be in trouble.
Wow, Purify baited out early, Super Cannon with the cooldown boots.
The emblems though, Arashi, anything in particular?
Oh, the agility, oh, hang on a minute, Owen.
This might be a flicker bait. Nope, Moreno walking forward again, just clears the wave.
All right, looking at the emblems, agility and tenacity for Key allows him to roam around, which is why earlier, the fact that level 1 or level 2 even, you can just shove someone out of position so early on, is just so value. High is going for full defense, knowing that there's so much burst damage, so much aggression coming in from Bigatron, wanting to make sure that he can have enough time to stay alive, to kind of play the drawn-out fight. Because again, with two fighters, you're the ones who want to fight to actually go the distance and allow the backline members to actually do their jobs. So we'll have to wait and see, man. Alter Ego, they're going with a very defensive approach, even though in theory, with the low Yi, they want to be the ones aggressing here.
Yeah. Owen in defense, Owen looking for a full Nile, Swerve Alpha.
Key flickers out of that big flicker, bursted or wasted here for the side of BTR.
Yeah. Look at the items. Previously, two warrior boots coming in from the Luo Yi, Roundel and also Highs. They need that physical defense, that bit physical defense to really just rile and deal with Bigatron Alpha's physical burst. The Feel Like Turtle getting for free for Nile.
As the pressure coming in from the jungle, from the EXP and the mid lane on the top side of the map, it's definitely too risky. Moreno tries to try and rotate around, get something. Oh, look at this though.
A little bit of a skirmish over. Superkin trying to go for a little bit of flank. It's gonna be him pinned down. Owen with a flicker, and Superkin will be compromised. First blood over to Heist.
Good proactive play with a diversion up top towards the purple buff. They corral and take down Superkin. That is a huge kill towards Highs.
Definitely an interesting play right there. It's the right idea, right? They go into the jungle of Bigatron, and when they don't find Superkin, they're like, okay, where could this guy be, right? This guy that wants to always be active on this side of the map. Maybe he's in our jungle, and they do spot him and chase him down. Look at this, Owen being targeted, but the Ruby, man, it's a pesky matchup when you're a Tigreal trying to find ways to be effective against a Ruby, right? That's the one advantage that Alter Ego kind of has to try and deny all these divers, you know, maybe delaying them a bit with that Donut Wolf kick.
Roundel very low. This might be an assassination. Roundel way too overextended. I think Owen had info that Supercat was in that bush.
Yeah, he met with the Key down bottom of the river. And now even for Eman, he's gonna walk up towards mid, looking to pressure this, get that prio on mid, and prepare themselves for a turtle coming in 40 seconds. And Highs will just clear down a bottom. 3 players attacking, stolen diversion. They're gonna make a flank play right here.
Uh-oh. Might actually read in perfectly into Niall's pathing. They're maneuvering bottom lane. They finally, I think they see him. Oh, Niall spotted. No flicker. Oh, glorious pathway coming down now. Oh no, he hit the wall! The worst possible. Spear of Alpha happening here with Revitalize as well. Now the implosion to lock Owen down. A brilliant play. Secure them prio on the turtle.
A mini blunder there from the defensive Spear of Alpha, but Highs next on the chopping block.
Yes, Purify, but I don't think you can Purify damage. They're just gonna all in him under the turret. crossbow attack, unnecessary. They won't even go for the turtle. They're just gonna go for the gold underneath that turret. Luke taking a whole lot of damage. Aman still has the crossbow attack. Now Key brought back again. Aman in the midst of it all needs one more weakness point, but will not be able to find it. Big blunder from inside of Bigatron Alpha as Alter Ego take the advantage back.
Oh, they took that fight and now they lose all control over the turtle, man. Alter Ego with a bit of a win. Man, good things come to those who wait, and Alter Ego, surprisingly, is looking like the more patient team as Nino
Walks up. Oh, with I'm offended. Flicker combo. Super Luke on the glorious pathway. Spear of Alpha to lock him down. To take that kill, Moreno steals the diversion away. And Bigatron Alpha, they've lost that lead.
Oh, that lead that they had earlier. They were setting their eyes on the turtle, but then they overextended Alter Ego. They're able to turn it towards their favor, even getting that purple buff control, and even the turtle as well. Now diversion play again by Roundel, just to give Heist that space in the bottom lane.
All right, man, now a bit of a lull in the action. But once again, you can see that Bigatron Alpha, they're trying to find their way around the map a bit more reliably, but Alter Ego with the built-in diversion that doesn't have to be stolen with the IMU, is able to actually find a lot more moments here. But look at this game fact by our new application, GoPay.
Among all MPL regions, Moreno is the only mid laner to achieve a Maniac, not just once, but twice. Not even a few can do it. Moreno, he steps up on these big games. He was the game changer in game number 1, but the diversion play now looking for something. Nile might again be the same victim right here.
Oh! Implosion locks him down the glorious pathway as well. Great picks for BTR with the diversion.
The fact that they're able to find the jungle again and again, it's a great value. And because Bigatron are playing this dynamic style, Nino's kind of left alone. This is a strong laner, the Phobias, that wants to kind of go and do it out. But since he's kind of left alone, you know, to just clear the waves, you can see he's falling behind you in the maneuverability. Bigatron are just outmaneuvering Alter Ego, even though in theory, Alter Ego is supposed to be able to match this as well.
Yeah, the items now. Thunderbolt completed for Nino, and even the Talisman for Roundel to give them an extra cooldown reduction. But anything in particular you see, Arashi?
Well, they're starting on the side once again, followed by most likely the glowing one from Moreno.
Yeah.
It's a combo that's kind of working really well for him. And on top of that, you saw, I think Super Can starting to build up some of the items. Not really at that maximum burst power spike just yet, but I think he's still willing to go in for the contest. Nile is 1 level down.
Turtle, half HP. Moreno stealing with the I'm offended. Key implosion! Over to the back. I'm offended gonna be safe just now. As Nile goes with the Alpha, the combo is massive. Nino walks up forward. Damage coming down. Nile will fall. Nino getting another stack of Infernal Pursuit over to Super Luke, who will not be able to survive. But hold up just a second. This horse is a tanky boy. Heist gets the kill. That's a 3 for 1. But Turtle over to BTR.
They're not stopping here.
Moreno spots it, goes for the Terrify, flickers out. Iman walking up, now gonna be popped by the Infernal Pursuit. Nino decides against going in with the Infernal Pursuit. Bigatron disengages, Highs in the bottom lane, getting a free turret.
This is so valuable for Alter Ego. Look at Highs just pinning and gunning down that bottom side turret. They also able to collapse onto Bigatron Alpha on that little skirmish down bottom. But Key, with the conceal, looking for something, but no. Highs will just go away scot-free.
Man, Bigatron, they're getting great engages, but afterwards, they gotta be a bit more aware of the composition. When you're against a Logi and a Phobius, you get grouped up together by the yin-yang effect, and then just bounced on by Nino, getting hit by all the damage coming in from Owen as well, you know, just all the AoE. You gotta be careful in the spacing, right? Initially, after the implosion, go get your burst damage out, and then spread apart, man. You can't stick around together when you're against a team like Alter Ego. Looking at the player head-to-head here between Nile and Super Ken, one of the highlighted matchups, Super Ken definitely still has the edge, using that mobility and using the fact that Bigatron has been again and again using the diversion to target Nile in the jungle, right? Slowing down his farming speed. So even though in theory, the Nolan and the Alpha has the same clear speed, Bigatron is getting an advantage there in the jungle department, but that can only last for so long. I mean, Nile has already caught up.
Yeah, glowing one completed by Moreno, and if you take a look at Nino, he has 6 assists out of 7 kills that Alter Ego has. Nino has been present for most of the 6 times they fought. Now Super Luke might be the one to open the bush, but he might be caught.
I'm offended, used up already. Nino will go for Infernal Pursuit. Super Luke passing Revitalize. Moreno goes for a little bit of poke. Lord Pry over to BTR. Super Ken dealing with the wave in the mid lane. But take a look at Highs. Busy, always on this Moskov.
Always on the split push, always on the segue play, looking to just open up the side lanes. And Aman will be the one to catch it. And this is the way they will distract Bigatron Alpha, who really responds to this to this Moskov. But oh,
the flicker, Spear of Alpha. Already used up. Key now with the implosion as well. Bursting it down. Owen, wow. Didn't expect him to disappear like that. Bigatron's got burst.
They will work on the Lord though, Nino. This is free. Back off. This is free. For Bigatron Alpha, Alter Ego, they don't have anything to do with this. But Moskov will be up top, looking to get the turret. No, not even the turret. They get the Lord. And Bigatron Alpha, they grab everything they have.
Man, that's so good, man. The burst onto Owen. Like we said, the Ruby as well is a utility type of hero. She isn't really inherently tanky. And Iman, with that advantage, picks up the Wind of Nature. Still won't help him against Nino, against Nile as well with the true damage. But it's definitely a great addition there when it comes down to those tricky outplay moments, considering how close Iman has been playing. He's been right next, up close and personal to the members of Alter Ego. Now with the Lord on their side, can they actually go for something here?
Lurer's pathway to the diversion as well. Oh! Implosion from Key! Finding to be great Purify. Spear of Alpha baited out. Key getting the shove on the 3 now. Super Ken walking forward with the Fracture. Nile very low. Will not be taken down. Now Iman walks forward looking for all the weakness points. Will be able to find it. Iman gets the Inspire, but luckily, that's a winner crown. Nino low. Super Ken with the assassination on the Fracture. Man, once the winner crown gets used up, they can't defend. Iman, wrong side of the base, pops into the nature, gets out of the base. Risky plays from BTR.
Super Ken gets the Fracture and the passive from the turret pops. Thankfully, they have that second life, that second win. But Bigatron Alpha, they're just running it rampant and running it down against Alter Ego. They lose Nino, they lose Highs. That was the perfect pincers movement coming in from Alter Ego, rather from Bigatron Alpha.
I mean, dude, the fact that they were able to actually go in and out again and again, bait out resources from Alter Ego was just so good. And looking at the advantage here, 2.5k gold more or less for Super Ken, almost 1.5 for Moreno. Both of them in that previous fight dealt close to 10,000 damage on the hero that's essentially cooldown based. They're able to get in, get their damage out, hide away in safety, out of vision, and come back in. Alter Ego, if they want any chance of winning this game, they have to find ways to force Bigatron Alpha to commit, the same way they did in the previous fight, where Alter Ego were able to get all of the value. But with the adjustment from Bigatron, you're seeing it with how they position, with how they approach the fights, from 2 different angles, with starter timing. Alter Ego are definitely struggling right here to get a right read, and because of that, even the diversion from Rondo hasn't really been able to be used to its full effect from Alter Ego.
Yeah. Have to bank on a momentum, but it's so hard because Bigatron Alpha, they have way too many collapse tools they can use. Even Super Luke just constantly opening up his body. The Glorious Pathway looking to just run around Alter Ego, and this is going to be a tough hill to climb. Even Bigatron Alpha just waiting for the momentum to catch Alter Ego. Alter Ego is just caged in their base. They don't have control of their own jungle. They don't even have control of the side lanes as well. Now then the question becomes, how does Alter Ego really play this out? Will they play the base defense scenario?
I feel the base defense scenario isn't as good as it was in game number 1. Now they have to find ways to kind of catch Bigatron Alpha in a combo, right? Group them together and then get all those AoE damage in. But Bigatron, look at that setup, dude. Gathering on the far side of the map away from the Lord to ensure that Highs does not have a safe time to really go for the sideline push. Now they see both the Loyi and the Moskov. Bigatron Alpha are going to try and force them to try and make a move, and they have done it.
Look at Moreno. He spotted the diversion. He spotted Moskov now in the mid lane, clearing out the wave. Bigatron Alpha with the Prio Key. Walking up forward now with the Spear of Alpha. He will not be able to find him with a crown. He's up. SOD Super Ken winning out the Red Tree battle as Nile will be locked down now with the Crossbow Tang as well. Again, Super Ken getting out. Crossbow Tang not getting rid of him. Emma now popped into nature as Nino jumps for the pursuit. Luke for Nile, but the Lord again goes to the hands of BTR. Diversion play all the way to the back. Roundel. His position is compromised. Moreno walks up forward, goes in high. From Super Ken. Nino with the infinite pursuit, chasing Super Ken down. He should be taken out, but no, he gets out. Iman baits in infinite pursuit towards his side. Gets all the weakness points. Doesn't have the crossbow attack. Now defended, but Iman will be shut down. Moreno gets the trade over. Owen with a flicker forward, backwards rather. Now as the Lord has taken the base turret. I don't know if that was worth it. Alter Ego fought when the Lord was up. Owen getting caught by the Fracture. Moreno moving forward. The zone over. BTR 6,000 gold ahead. That is match point. 2-0.
The nail in the coffin in the last fight. They were able to match it out in the Lord Pit, but somehow with the stolen diversion, they're able to shut down the rotations from Highs, from Nino.